I have people in my office that have affair after affair after affair. They cheat on their spouse over and over and over again, or they're involved in porn. They're ashamed. Why are they ashamed? Because on some level, they're not at peace with what they're doing. It is a moral failing, and people know they're doing this moral failing. But when we make those types of decisions, it actually causes changes in the brain. It activates the fear circuitry of the brain. This is called the amygdala. And when the amygdala activates it and stays active chronically, it actually impairs the love circuits of the brain, anterior cingulate cortex. We become more self-oriented. So when somebody looks at porn for the first time, what happens is they'll get an excitement, but they'll also have the orbital cortex fire and tell them this is inappropriate. Don't do this. And they'll have an apprehension or tension associated with it as well. If they chronically expose themselves to porn, this is very fascinating. There is actually a molecular change occurring on a genetic level in the orbital cortex of the brain where a protein that was not really expressed there before, called delta phos B, actually alters the expression here and causes a desensitization. What this actually means then, if you want to use a biblical inference here, is that their consciences are becoming seared. The part of the brain that gives conviction of wrongdoing and redirects inappropriate behavior on a genetic, molecular level, and structural level changes such that it stops responding. They get less and less conviction of guilt, less and less anxiety and stress at doing it, and pretty soon they become numb and there's no more guilt at all. People who've damaged their pleasure centers in this way will often be disinterested in their healthy relationships, will often become apathetic, and they will seek out more either high-risk behaviors or drugs or other types of things like this to stimulate the pleasure centers. So they can feel this. Now, rather than giving a time for these circuits to heal themselves, where they can actually then start experiencing pleasure in a normal way.